I think we're getting there. You know, each successive running of it, and you've filmed two LELs and one PBP, and I've ridden 4 PBPs, filmed 3 of them, filmed 2 LELs, and you kind of get you know the story inside out. But obviously
But this year it's different for you, Damon.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I'll not be riding it, which will be interesting.
You'll learn what I was up against.
Yeah,
you thought I had it easy, you see.
Well, yeah, I mean, that trip I did out on the Pendle 600, it'd be terrible weather, really bad weather, but, you know, I found it much more wearing than if I'd done the ride. I mean, obviously you come back and you aren't physically knackered, but I've got aches and pains, I've still got sciatica in my leg. I suppose age comes into that, doesn't it?
I think that has a part to play, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, well, I must admit, when I've been watching Top Gear, you look at the sort of advancing age of Jeremy Clarkson. Strangely enough, he's about the same height as me. He's about the same age, and unfortunately, I'm about the same weight probably at the moment. We seem to have series of intersections depending what diet he's on. But I wouldn't call myself the Jeremy Clarkson of the cycling world. But if I'm not careful, I could end up going that way. I mean, it's a tour, really, isn't it, LEL? But it's the interesting thing, I think, is that it's temporary.
It is something that requires an awful lot of organisation.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, we've had stuff, you know, arriving. Well, Postman arrived early. We should have filmed him. He arrived with like 8 separate parcels to be signed for, and that's before the TNT people and you know, all the other UPS people turn up. I mean, it's like a little festival here for courier companies. It's absolutely amazing. I've come round to the idea of Yatmos. I mean, when I first went there, I was quite impressed with the bleakness of it. But I've gone back mainly because on the first LEL that I did in 2001, I saw there was a ski lift there. Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, there's a ski resort up there. It's one of the sort of most marginal ski resorts in the world. They don't actually get much snow, and frequently you're sort of skiing on maybe, you know, 1 or 2 inches of
grass.
I'm quite interested in it as a sort of management exercise, strangely. It'll be interesting to sit down and see how it all went. I mean, that's the advantage we've got of this filming, really, is that, you know, obviously the riders are experiencing it the most, but we're there and we're, you know, obviously slightly distanced from it. This time, me even more so, because previous times I've been filming from the bike and doing the ride, but this time I'm on a motorbike, so there's a bit of distance, and I'm going to have to make a real effort to try and cut that distance down. I think that's going to be the interesting thing for me, I reckon. I think that, you know, the level of planning is
substantial.
Oh, it's very high, but you know, it is still, you know, a very demanding thing to do. You know, again, it's just sort of, you know,
especially with the scale of this time's LEL.
Well, 1,000 people. It's twice as many as last time, but still only a fifth of what BBP does. You know, we're not feeding the 5,000, which is what they're doing. You'll be seeing us around and about, obviously, but we'll have motorbikes and we'll have motorbike helmets on, but I'm sure you'll soon pick up who's who.
Yeah, so I'll be there on the side of the road looking like the Stig's older greyer brother.
Yeah.
And
I'll be sweating profusely. Well, if this weather holds up, I'll be sweating profusely.
Yes. This was Damon.
And this is Dave.
And we'll see you on the LEL.
Indeed.
Bye.